So what is Lord and Armor, and why am I at the table in the kitchen making videos, drinking coffee? Lord and Armor is an idea. It's a mindset for me. And the development of this mindset has slowly impacted other people in our lives. This is our lives because Rebecca is a major part of everything that I do. But, I can get all macro and micro and tell you that, my son's had an influence, my neighbor has an influence, my parents, everybody, anything has an influence. But ideas, and I'll share this story with you about this idea. I have the real estate business, Entity Realty. Some of you know that we've been working on launching Save Your Water. And, but my main focus really is Lord and Armor, because I feel like Lord and Armor is like the embodiment of everything that I'm doing now and everything that I will probably do in the future. And, the idea is really to kind of, put myself out there, spread my message. As you can tell, if you're watching this video today, I've got like 9 followers. It's like my wife, my sister-in-law, some other supporters, and I'm grateful. Ideas. What are ideas? Well, for a long time, when I was an Uber driver and I was going through some major changes in my life, I thought that, I didn't have any good ideas. And obviously I'm struggling to make ends meet. I'm out driving sometimes just to make enough money to pay my cell phone bill so that I can keep the app rolling. And, but I would drive and I would get ideas. And some ideas were, I don't want to say crap, but they just weren't great ideas, or maybe I didn't have the skill set at the time to implement those ideas. But nonetheless, I had ideas, and I had ideas that stuck with me for a long time. So when I was Uber driving, I was at the beginning of my real estate career, just got my real estate license. I was working for, a broker, and I was doing the basic entry level real estate, new agent thing. And that served me for a while. And then I got this, idea for a logo. I'm wearing my faded hoodie today, but I had this idea for a logo, and as I was Uber driving, I would pitch real estate to my passengers, and that was weird. They get in the car and they're like, my Uber driver is pitching me real estate. So I decided to put, I had an idea to put a magnet on my car door, like a real estate magnet. I'm sure all of you have seen, a real estate magnet or some sort of magnet. So I put my magnet on the door. I go driving. People would get in the car. They'd see the magnet, and they'd start talking to me naturally about real estate. They found it very funny that their Uber driver was a realtor, and at that time, and still am to a certain degree, an actor. So the Uber driver, actor, realtor. How LA is that? I'm going to cut this story in half for you. Ideas come from your mind. They're in your mind. They're in your heart, right? But really, they come from above. And what I fail to realize is that my ideas, they come from, God. Good ideas come from God. Right? I believe there's a God, and I believe there's a devil. I also believe there's, bad spirits out there, demons, and there's good spirits out there, and, we'll call them angels. And good ideas, the right ideas, they come from God. And how do I distinguish the difference? Well, usually my bad ideas, if I give it a week or two, they go away. If I give them a day, sometimes they go away. But my good ideas, they'll stick, and they bug me, and they bug the heck out of me. And I'm the type of person that when I say to myself, you know what, I think I can do better, I got to go out and do better, or give it a shot, and find out that was harder than I thought, and whoever did that does great, and I applaud them. Ideas come from God. Good ideas come from God. And the ideas, when they hit, the idea that's in your heart and in your mind, and it's bothering you and it's compelling you, and it's like, people will sit back and they'll go, oh, God doesn't talk to me. I don't have any great ideas. And then you dig a little deeper and you find out, well, I had this idea this one time and they share that idea with me. And I'm like, that was a great idea. That's an amazing idea. Why didn't you follow through with that? And they're like, eh. And I think after a while, people start thinking that God doesn't talk to them, or they're not creative, or they don't have any gifts or talents. And that's just not the truth. Everyone has a gift. Everyone has a talent. And there's a verse in Peter, First Peter, that talks about, like, go out and share your gifts with the world. And if you don't, everybody has a gift. He's talking to everybody. Everybody has a gift. And these ideas that come from God, they're a gift to you. And the idea at that time, however you start, doesn't necessarily mean that that's how you're going to finish. God is a funny guy, man. He's got a sense of humor, and he'll put you on a path and send you in a direction that you cannot predict. Trust me. You cannot predict. And you might start something and it might fail. Often they do, but they redirect you and you learn something from it. And then you implement that in the next idea. And the better you are at implementing your ideas, for me, I start to realize, like, all the ideas are piggybacking on the failures and on the successes. So the real estate business is really we've been so fortunate in so many ways in this market. Everybody's freaking out about, the market. But we've been growing in this market. I started a business in this market, and we don't know what it's like to be in a good market, and we're excited about getting to that good market, because I'm like, if there's a bad market and we're doing as well as we're doing, then I can't wait to see what's going to happen in a good market. And the real estate business, with going back to the magnets and going back to all my hoodies and my hats and ads and all these ideas that, people would tell me, it's a little too much, or the United States of America, the flag wrap on my truck is going to alienate certain people because it gives these people. And I'm like, it's all bullshit. It's all, I said BS, trying to work on my language. I promised Rebecca. If something is in your heart, I wish, if anything, a lot of times where I had ideas and let other people tell me that it was a bad idea or I shouldn't do this, I wish I would have followed through with that. But hey, hindsight is 20/20. I am where I am today, and I follow through with my ideas. If you have an idea and it's really bugging you and it's in your heart and it's just coming after you on a regular basis, that's God's way of saying, hey, I'm trying to talk to you and get your attention. This is me communicating, and you're like looking around going, what is that? I don't have any great ideas. I'm broke. I'm sad. I don't do this. I don't do this well. And he's like, you know what you don't do well is listen. I'm trying to get your attention. I'm trying to plant this seed in you. And the seed, if you learn to cultivate the seed, if you follow the ideas, if you're okay with knowing that maybe the idea that you're starting out with right now is not the idea that you're going to end up with, you got to trust, God's plan for you, right? Faith. You got to have faith in the path. The path isn't always clear, and the path can be super, super hard. It could take years. It could take decades. It could take a generation. It may be something that you implement that maybe your children or your grandchildren really manifest and blossom and grow. But it's more exciting following and pursuing ideas, the right ideas, the one that God puts in your heart and your mind, and following through with them. Because what I've found is, if you listen and you implement and you take effort, not all of them work out, but when you got God on your side, you got everything you need. And he's not promising that this moment or this idea is the one, but there might be some education in this idea and following through, maybe failing, maybe not failing. But you gotta do the work. And that's the hard part, is doing the work. And that's where most people get stuck. It's easier to say, that's a bad idea. It's easier to say, oh, no, because that's the end, right? After you get a bad idea, that's stupid, no. That's easy. It's over, right? You just go back to whatever it is you're doing. More TV, more gaming, more, God doesn't talk to me. Connect yourself. Connect yourself and believe in yourself. You have a gift. I don't know who's listening to this, but you have a gift. And the worst thing you could ever do to mankind, the worst thing you could ever do to mankind, to yourself, to mankind, the most insulting thing you could do to the man upstairs is not use your gift. And I'll add a little bit to that. Just, you got to use your gift, for the benefit of mankind and to honor the Lord above. So that's my spiel for the day. If you're going 10 and a half minutes with me, God bless you. Lord and Armor merch is coming out soon. We're working on a book, and I appreciate your love and support, all 7 of you or whatever we are today. And you know how it goes. You know who loves you, baby. Your boy, AMJ. Have a blessed day.